The year is 1922 in Thebes, Egypt, and the respected archaeologist Howard Carter, alongside his financial backer, Lord Carnarvon, clutches a glimmering match up to the darkness. They're below all the Egyptian sand, right at the entrance of the tomb of the boy pharaoh, Tutankhamun. Thousands of years of trapped hot air releases through the ancient doorway. As my eyes grew accustomed to the light, details of the room within emerged slowly from the mist. Strange animals, statues, and gold. Everywhere the glint of gold. For the moment, an eternity, it must have seemed to the others standing by. I was struck dumb with amazement, and when Lord Carnarvon, unable to stand the suspense any longer, inquired anxiously, "Can you see anything?" It was all I could do to get out the words, "Yes. Wonderful things, Howard Carter." Suddenly, the world became enthralled with a little-known pharaoh of the 18th century. As gold, jewelry, and other extravagant treasures saw the light of day for the first time in over 3,000 years. Having searched for decades, the pair discovered the final resting place of the famous Child King, uncovering the most well-preserved tomb in Egypt's Valley of Kings. King Tutankhamun, or also known as King Tut, ruled Egypt as pharaoh for 10 years until his death at age 19 around 1324 BC. He was barely known to the modern world until 1922. The tomb's treasure hoard unveiled a vast amount about ancient Egypt and made King Tut the world's most famous pharaoh in the process. Howard Carter and Lord Carnarvon became instant celebrities as well, but things took a turn for the worst. Egyptian tombs and mummies are said to be cursed, according to legend. Bad luck, illness, and death have all been connected with disturbing preserved remains. 5 months after the tomb was opened, Carnarvon was found dead. A mosquito bite on his face had become infected, leading to deadly blood poisoning. Lord Carnarvon's death wouldn't be the only one. This expedition was also plagued by other strange deaths, illnesses, and unlucky occurrences. Carnarvon's half-brother also died from blood poisoning. Sir Archibald Douglas Reed died from a mysterious illness, and George J. Gould, an American financier, died from a fever following his visit to Egypt, among many others. Objects from the tomb were given as gifts to Carter's friend Sir Bruce Ingram, whose house burned down not long after. After being rebuilt, the house then flooded. British archaeologist Hugh Evelyn White, who worked on the dig at Luxor, died by suicide in 1924. He reportedly left a note in which he wrote, "I have succumbed to a curse." Media mania plunged on Luxor after every single tragedy. Shortly after the first archaeologist's death, a few months following the tomb's discovery, newspaper headlines blared about the curse of the pharaohs and claimed famous spiritualists sees a cult reason for fatality. Oh wait, hold on. Giotto mate. Today, there's a more rational explanation, brought to you by science. In at least some of these deaths, there is evidence that an organic source played a role. Common mold, especially Aspergilla, may have been present on King Tut's mummy. People with weakened immune systems are at risk of serious infections caused by the fungus. Potentially harmful fungi survive for extreme lengths of time in tombs, and results of research indicate that such prolonged phases of dormancy can result in increased virulence, wrote English doctors Sharif El-Tawil and Tariq El-Tawil in a letter to the British medical journal The Lancet in 2003. The death of Lord Carnarvon, who was sickly most of his life and prone to upper respiratory ailments, seems to fit the diagnosis. According to his obituary in the New York Times, he died on April 5, 1923, of pneumonia brought on by blood poisoning from a mosquito bite on his cheek that became infected after he nicked it with a razor. The El-Tawils wrote that he had likely been exposed to Aspergillus, which in turn caused the deadly Streptococcus infection that killed him after he cut himself with the razor. Spores of Aspergilla, the El-Tawils wrote, grow especially well on grain, the supply of which was abundant in King Tut's tomb, with offerings of bread and raw grain stored in numerous baskets. Lord Carnarvon could readily have inhaled contaminated grain dust as the sealed tomb was broken into. Whether mold played a role in the Earl's death or any other is pure speculation. There have been years of arguments both in favor and against the idea. It's only just a theory though, without any conclusive evidence. And there's a point that most people that worked in or visited the tomb actually lived long lives. This didn't seem to undermine belief in the curse for those that wanted to believe it. But what do you think? Is this the result of a curse or just circumstantial coincidence? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm eager to hear all of your thoughts. A curse or pure chance? We must look at all the facts. Could be a bit of both.